Another Labour mistake. Good afternoon, I hope everyone's well today, thank you for watching. Labour MP, or former Labour MP, Karl Turner, has been suspended from the Labour Party. The whip has been removed. Now, he has been quite outspoken on the curtailing of jury trials in England and Wales, and he recently abstained on a vote regarding this. He's always voted in line with the Labour whip, and this is how the Labour Party choose to repay him, because he sees that it isn't about efficiency, it's about removing the fundamental rights of Englishmen and women in the United Kingdom. Now, what I want to do first of all is I want to play a clip from a recent intervention from Karl, and then we'll pick it up in a moment or two.
I call Karl Turner.
Thank you very much indeed, Madam Deputy Speaker. You know, Madam Deputy Speaker, my politics, as we cross-swords many a times. So you know it pains me when I congratulate the Right Honourable Gentleman, the Shadow Justice Secretary, for his outstanding contribution. Because there was nothing, really, that I could disagree with. The parts of this bill which are, though, I'm afraid to say, unworkable, unjust, unpopular and unnecessary. Jury trial curtailment. I'm afraid to say as well, the analogy used by the Justice Secretary is unfortunate of somebody stealing a bottle of whiskey. I'm not the most eminent lawyer.
Would somebody stealing a bottle of whiskey even go to court? I believe shoplifting in England and Wales, I don't even think the stores can intervene if it's under 700 quid. So it wouldn't be a singular bottle of whiskey, it would be an entire crate of whiskey. Maybe at that point it goes to a trial. So that was fundamentally dishonest when David Lammer used that example a few weeks ago.
I was prosecuting and defending the theft of Mars bars in my second six pupillage before I was elected in May 2010 to this House. So I don't pretend I'm terribly eminent. But never did I see a situation advising in the Magistrates' Court a defendant to be electing for trial because that defendant had allegedly nicked a bottle of whiskey. The scenario's for the birds, to be perfectly honest with you. It's unfortunate, it's disappointing, and I think my friend, the Justice Secretary, could do much better. I think it's absolutely imperative that one of our number who were opposed for principal reasons to these changes has a seat on the Public Bill Committee. I was told by colleagues it's impossible. You're never going to be able to provide that. It's never going to happen. The Chief Whip is never going to concede to one of the so-called rebels being on that bill committee. But what I don't appreciate, Madam Deputy Speaker, is officials in the MOJ spinning that even Karl Turner was unable to persuade enough people to rebel against this bill. That isn't right. It's unfair, and I think, frankly, it's unbecoming of a Secretary of State in any department of government.
Completely
But I
agree.
abstain today, and I sincerely urge my colleagues to abstain as well. Because, Madam Deputy Speaker, I am more confident now than ever I was that the worst parts of this bill, will be defeated at amendment stage, and I ask sincerely to my honourable and right honourable friends to let this have a second reading today and let us make progress to get rid of the bits of this bill which are completely unworkable, unpopular, unjust and unnecessary.
So we'll leave this here. I'll put Karl Turner's full statement on the screen now, but there's a specific part that I want to focus on, which I'm going to bring up now. It is clear that this relates to my stance on jury trials. I have offered what I believe to be robust and fair criticism. I will not stand back on speaking the truth to power when it matters. Jury trials are a cornerstone of our democracy and a vital safeguard in our justice system. Weakening them will not solve Crown Court backlog. It will undermine public confidence, and while doing nothing to address the real causes. Years of underinvestment, crumbling courts, outdated technology, and insufficient resources. This is the thing with Keir Starmer currently. He can suspend singular MPs because he's got a huge majority to get unpopular policy points through, like removing jury trials, because he's got a huge majority. However, Karl has mentioned that he could trigger a by-election, which is why Keir Starmer could be ruining the day that he has suspended this MP, because he's dared to speak against the Prime Minister. If you look at the prediction currently for his seat, which is Hull East, it's a 93% chance that it would fall to Reform UK. A lot of people have got problems with Reform. I'm one of them. But I would welcome a by-election, and the seat would likely go to Reform. As I previously mentioned, there's a psychological impact to a red wall seat or a safe red seat going turquoise. It proves that you can get rid of unpopular MPs or an unpopular party, and you can actually get real change. That's why I would hang fire on condemning Reform UK entirely at this point. These are just my opinions. Now, you let me know, do you think Keir Starmer's done this because he doesn't like anyone talking back to him? Do you think he's done this because he's got a huge majority and he thinks that getting rid of another MP by withdrawing the whip is neither here nor there? Do you think he's factored in that if a by-election comes here, we'll go to Reform UK? All opinions are valid. Now, as always, comment, like and subscribe, do all that great stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.